Depending on who you ask, being a youth can be a lot of things. It can be exciting, daring, and adventurous. But on the flip side, it can also be filled with a ton of problems. These are the top 10 social issues affecting our youth. 1. Single parenting. Parenting is like juggling flaming torches while riding a unicycle on a tightrope over a pit of hungry alligators. Okay, maybe not as complicated, but you get what I mean. And when there's just one parent in the picture to handle everything it takes to raise a child, it's even more difficult. You've got twice the responsibilities, twice the bills, and twice the emotional roller coaster. According to stats, less than 14 million single parents are responsible for the well-being of over 28 million children. And you know what that means? Fewer hands on deck can result in fewer chances to provide for the child, both financially, emotionally, and socially. In turn, this affects the social and emotional well-being of a person from childhood all the way to their youth. 2. Depression. Back in 2020, the National Institute of Mental Health carried out a research that proved that roughly 20% of young people find themselves in a major depressive episode at least once a year. And one of the biggest reasons for this is adolescence. During this time, the body goes through a lot of changes, like a hormonal roller coaster. These changes can mess with the delicate balance of neurotransmitters, like serotonin, which plays a crucial role in regulating our mood. But that's not all. Peer pressure and social media can also be leading causes of depression among youths. The pressure to fit in, to be as perfect as those Instagram models. It's like trying to dodge obstacles in a never-ending video game. And to top it off, the stigma that comes with depression makes it hard for young folks to reach out for help. 3. Substance abuse. Substance abuse is one of the dangerous issues affecting the lives of young people in our societies today. On an individual level, it has a ton of devastating effects on young people's health. It can cause a wide range of health issues, and none of them are fun. From killer hangovers to more serious stuff like liver damage or even mental health disorders. And to top it off, the addiction cycle can be incredibly challenging to break. Academically, substance abuse can also make concentration feel like mission impossible when one's mind is clouded by the effects of drugs or alcohol. But beyond the health and academic challenges, young people under the influence of drugs are more likely to engage in dangerous activities that not only put themselves, but also those around them at risk. 4. Bullying. In simple terms, bullying is a game of hide and seek. Except instead of seeking hidden objects, bullies are seeking to make their victim's life miserable. And this is exactly what a lot of young people have to put up with. Imagine feeling like you're constantly being watched or attacked, even in the safety of your own home. It's like carrying around a dark cloud over your head all the time. The constant fear, humiliation, and hurt can really mess with someone's head. The scars of bullying aren't just skin deep. They can go much deeper. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and low self-esteem. And in extreme cases, the victims of bullying tend to think about hurting themselves more often than not. 5. Social media and technology addiction. Technology has certainly made our lives easier, from ordering pizza with just few taps on your phone to settling debates with a quick Google search. But like that extra slice of pizza, it comes with some not-so-great side effects, especially for the younger crowd. And the first side effect of the list is addiction. The addictive nature of social media has drastically annihilated the productivity and concentration of youths, particularly in academic settings. Youngsters are now so obsessed with constantly checking notifications and staying up to date with trends that they are glued to their devices 24/7. And don't even get me started on the impacts it has on cultivating real-world social skills among our youth. Excessive screen time has also played its part in reducing face-to-face interactions and the development of crucial social skills among young people. This lack of in-person connection can give room for loneliness and isolation to creep in like uninvited guests at a party you didn't even want to host. 6. Childhood trauma. Childhood trauma is like a heavy backpack that some folks have to carry. This backpack is filled with all sorts of difficult experiences, like being hurt, neglected, or seeing scary things. Whatever it is, one thing is certain. This heavy load makes life harder for the people that carry them. For youths who've had their fair share of trauma, this emotional burden can feel so overwhelming that even everyday situations can trigger intense and uncontrollable emotions. The relentless stress party caused by unresolved trauma doesn't just mess with our youth's emotions. It also wreaks havoc that can throw their mental health off balance. 7. Identity crises. We've all been there. Those moments in life when you question who you are, what you believe in, and where you fit into this world. This is what we call an identity crisis. And it's a pretty common part of being a youth. It's like trying to find your way through a maze without a map. And without the right guidance, going astray can be a walk in the park for a lot of young people. One of the most common identity puzzles our youth face today is trying to live up to online standards. They try to imitate personalities, beliefs, and ideas just to come off as cool. The pressure to look, act, and live like those seemingly perfect people on the internet can be too much to handle, especially when those standards don't align with who they are at the core. 8. Peer pressure. During adolescence, young people embark on a journey to understand who they are, what they believe in, and what values matter most to them. You can think of it as a period of self-discovery and identity development among youths. And most of the time, built on the shoulders of validation and nod of approval they get from their peers. The pressure to fit in with the cool crowd can be so intense that it overrides their own decisions, values, and judgment. Whether it's adopting a particular fashion style, embracing a specific music genre, or engaging in certain activities, the desire to be accepted can lead young people to make choices that don't necessarily reflect their true selves. As a result, young people find themselves at a crossroads where they struggle to find a balance between who they are and what their peers want them to be. 9. Insecurity. Body image insecurities are something many young people grapple with, and these struggles often stem from a combination of external and internal factors. In today's world, we've got social media and the entertainment industry, basically tag-teaming to throw some wild punches at the self-esteem of our youths. These industries continually flood young minds with images of perfect bodies, while setting unrealistic standards for beauty. This can lead young individuals to compare themselves unfavorably and feel like they don't measure up. To top it off, the significant changes that occur in their bodies when they experience puberty often makes them more self-conscious and uncomfortable in their bodies. Factors like acne, weight fluctuations, or body size also add to the list of insecurity triggers in our youths. 10. Obesity. According to recent reports from the healthcare organizations, it turns out that more and more youth are becoming obese every passing day. And one of the key factors is as a result of the shift in our lifestyles. The development of the tech industry has made us so sedentary that the time we spend on our devices is increasingly doing more harm than good. Now, to be fair, it's all too easy to get absorbed in video games, binge-watching TV shows, or scrolling through social media. However, when we don't pay attention, all that screen time replaces physical activities like playing outside, sports, or even just going for a walk. But it's not just about what we're doing less of, it's also about what we're eating more of. Fast food and processed snacks have become staples among our youths, despite the fact that they are often high in calories and low in nutrition. This dietary shift makes it all too easy for young individuals to pile on the pounds, especially if they don't make an effort to balance their diet with nourishing options such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Solving these social issues is like organizing the ultimate potluck dinner. It takes everyone bringing their best dish to the table.